Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on Love's Labour's Lost, and today we get to hear from Boyet, or perhaps Boyet if you were French. That makes a little more sense. But anyway, we're in Act 2, Scene 1, which is super exciting. So the things that are going on, we're mostly in the Kingdom of Navarre, and the King of Navarre, King Ferdinand, and his guys, Baron Dumaine and Longueville, have decided that they're going to stay there and study for 3 years, and they're not going to talk to women, and they're not going to sleep very much, and they're not going to eat very much, and all this stuff. They're just going to study, with the notable exception of they are going to talk to the Princess of France, because she is on her way to Navarre to talk to the king about giving the territory of Aquitaine back to her father, the King of France, who's too sick to travel at the moment. So that's like one exception to the no women rule. And we also learned yesterday that Don Adriano de Armado is in love with Jaconetta, who he saw canoodling in a park with the clown. So all of that's going on, and it's super crazy fun, and Armado doesn't really like being in love, but that's where we left him yesterday, and he's probably going to write a letter, which is going to be important later. So anyway, today's is going to be pretty quick because we have Boyet kicking off Act 2, Scene 1, and then tomorrow's monologue is the response to it. So he and the Princess of France and 3 of her ladies-in-waiting. Do you see any similarities here? The king has 3 guys, the princess has 3 ladies. Anyway, just foreshadowing, fun. They are on their way to Navarre, and Boyet just kicks off Act 2, Scene 1 with sort of this, like, pump-em-up speech. He says, "Now, madam, summon up your dearest spirits. Consider who the king your father sends, to whom he sends, and what's his embassy. Yourself, held precious in the world's esteem, to parley with the sole inheritor of all perfections that a man may owe, matchless Navarre. The plea of no less weight than Aquitaine, a dowry for a queen. Be now as prodigal of all dear grace as nature was in making graces dear, when she did starve the general world beside, and prodigally gave them all to you." So yeah, basically what he's saying is, put your big girl pants on and go in there, because this is a big deal. It's very important that he sent you, his daughter, a woman, to visit Navarre, who's a very important man, to talk about Aquitaine, which is a sort of territory that one might give someone as a dowry during a marriage. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, all of that sort of stuff. And he's like, you gotta play this whole thing right, because you're the only one that has the assets to do it, that sort of a thing. And she's gonna have some words for him tomorrow in response to this whole thing, because of course she does. She has some thoughts. She's a Shakespearean lady. She has some thoughts, and I will see you tomorrow when we find out what those thoughts are. Mwah.